for our 10. I left a mess from yesterday in my area here. All right, so you've got your heels planted right underneath the knees. Neck and shoulders are resting down on the ground. We're going to drive the hips up. And then bring it back down to the ground nice and slow. 10. So we're lifting, squeezing the glutes, feeling the hamstrings contract. Good. When you finish 10, you'll flip over and we'll go for cat-cow. Those are 5. And again, no rush through the warm-up, especially early in the morning. First thing you're probably doing today. Bring around the back, tuck the tailbone, separate the shoulder blades, and then we'll press the chest through. Look up, lift. 1. Good. And when you finish 5 of those, we'll bring it down for the T-spine rotation. So forearm goes on the ground. Elbow should be kind of pretty much underneath the shoulder. We've got that other elbow going towards the ceiling, and then you're bringing it all the way down towards the forearm. We're doing 8 each side here. And when you finish 8 on one side, we'll flip and do the other side. When you finish those, we're going to go for bird dog. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Roll your shoulders down and back. Extend opposite arm, opposite leg, bicep next to the ear. Push your heel towards the wall and then bring it down. Get a full extension on the leg. Try to feel the glute contract. And remember, the goal here is to keep your lower back nice and flat. We're not arching the back on this one. This is 10 each side or 20 total. Good. Once you finish those, we'll bring it to standing. Arm circles. We got 10 forward, 10 backward. And then we'll swing it back. Good. And then when you're finished with those, we're going toe touch, squat, and reach. That's 5. Take your feet a little bit wider so that you can put your hands inside your knees. You're going to hinge forward, reach for those toes, drop the tailbone down into that deep squat, reach up, and then drive through the heels. We got 5. And then gate openers, 10 each side, circle that hip around. So first up, hinge and overhead press. We'll go through it 3 times. And then I'll show you all the different options for each one. And you can pick which one's going to work best for you today. I always lose count on these. Somewhere that hip is warm, right? All right, while you guys are finishing those up, hinge first. So I'm going to show you flat back, which is basically just body weight. We're going to think about feet hip distance, soft bend in the knees, chop at the waist like a rope pulling your hips back. You're going to get that back flat and parallel to the floor, and then you're going to squeeze your glutes and hamstrings to bring it back up. Like you want to put your butt print on the wall behind you, squeeze, and then bring it back down. 12. You can also use a dumbbell. We can hold one dumbbell goblet style, so you can hold it here at your chest, hug it, hinge forward, and then back. This one is a challenge to try to keep those shoulders back, or you can use 2 dumbbells and go for that deadlift. Whatever your choice is, we're going for 12. So with the dumbbells, you've got to soft bend in the knees. You're keeping the shoulders pinched back. You're sliding the weights just below the knees, and then you're going to squeeze the glutes to bring the hips back underneath you. You can go ahead and get started whenever you're ready. Again, 12 reps. A little bump up from last time. Good, that looks really good. Nice job, Megan. Ooh. Good, Terry. Okay. So paired up with our hinge is a overhead press or a wall slide. This is going to be, you're doing wall slides and doing both arms at the same time. It's 12. If we're going to go down to the tall kneeling that I'll show you next, it's going to be 24, 12 each arm. Okay. So for the wall slide, you would need a flat wall. You're going to put your elbows and your wrists against the wall. You're going to slide your shoulder blades down your back as you squeeze, and then slide up. Use some resistance there. I don't have a flat wall, so I'm just imagining. Tall kneeling overhead press. We'll get into that tall kneel position, both knees on the ground. Toes are curled underneath. And we're going to alternate arms. I want you to load them up at a 45-degree angle here. Core is tight, so you're not arching your lower back. Slight squeeze on your glutes. You're going to press 1, 2, and keep going all the way up to 24. If you don't have weights and have a band, that works as well. You'll just kneel on the band. You hold it. Press, press, press. All right. You can get started whenever you're ready. And focus on quality here. So when you bring it down, go slow. Right? It's easy to let gravity pull your arm back down. Give yourself that little bit of resistance on the way back down. Again, check in with the rest of your body. I know your shoulders are working, but what's your core doing? What are your glutes doing? What are your shoulders doing? Those like to creep up here. We're going to keep them down, away from the ears. Kind of lifting that head, crown of the head towards the ceiling. Good. Good, good. We got 12 each. Yay! Nice job, Tiffany. Looking strong. Good, so you guys can kind of work at your own pace here. If you need to grab a drink, you can. If you need to take a little rest, you can. If you're ready to get started, you can. All right, so if you're going back to work, we're going for that hinge, super flat back. You got 12 of them. Good. Putting your mind on the muscles that you're working, so as you're pushing the hips backward, you're thinking about a little bit of a stretch through those hamstrings, and then you're starting to bring the hips forward with a contraction on the glutes. You're kind of pushing back into your heels a little bit. And shoulders stay kind of back in the sockets. You've got that slight pinch to the shoulder blades. That looks beautiful. Nice job working these slow and controlled. Good, good, good. Good. Yeah, if you're ready, Sarah, you can get started. Again, 12 each side, 24 total on the overhead press. And, you know, if you have weight options available to you, you're thinking about how that first round felt. Was it heavy enough? Was it too heavy? Did you find that you were arching your lower back to keep the weights up? If so, you would want to lighten up the weight a little bit. But if you got done with all 12 reps and you're like, that wasn't so bad, and you have it available to you, you might want to bump up the weight a little bit. A little more important this time to not lose count. Good, super strong. Once we're finished with this, we've got one more round. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. Can you feel that? Oh my goodness. All right, so third and final round, hinge overhead press, and then we'll move on. Good, nice job, Tiffany. All right. So check that stop position. We don't need to go down too far. If you end up going like towards your feet, sometimes that lower back rounds out. And we don't want that. We want the tailbone kind of up towards the ceiling. Good job. Ooh. Hopefully you can feel those glutes and hamstrings working hard for you. Awesome. All right, final round on these overhead presses. Let's knock these out. When you're ready, we're gonna load them up. Again, elbows 45 degrees off your body. When you bring it back down, try to keep tension in that shoulder, so we're not gonna let it flop and fall all the way down. We've got those elbows elevated just a little bit. You all look lovely. Nice strong core. Almost there. Come on, you got it. Woo! Good job. Okay, grab a quick drink. Next up, split squats, 12 each side, and a tricep band pull down. So for the split squats, I want you to keep your feet on railroad tracks, not a tightrope. So we're going to keep them about hip distance. Body weight option. We'll step back. You're going to drop that back knee just below the hip. Front shin stays vertical, and you're going to press through. Hopefully you can kind of see that. You're going to press through that front heel to get yourself back up. So we'll stay here. Ding. Push through the front heel. Bring it back down. Option, grab a weight, holding it goblet style. Third option will be to come down to the ground and go for a single leg glute bridge or a hip lift. And for that one, you'd be down here on the ground. We've got our hand pressed against the knee. You're going to drive that heel into the ground. and squeeze and lift. Okay, so choose your option. You're going to stick on one side for all 12, switch legs, 12 on the other side. Yeah, so if you're using that weight, you've got it here goblet style. Again, check to make sure that that back leg is dropping right below the hip. A lot of times people take a little bit too big of a step and they'll get that knee way back out there. Front shin should be about vertical. You're driving into that front heel. You can see your big toe the whole time. And we're doing 12. Chest up. Looks really good. Nice. Everyone looks amazing. A strong core here will help you keep that balance as well. So you're, again, pulling your belly button back towards your spine. Keeping your eyes on one spot. Okay. Next up, we're going to do 12 each side on a tricep pull down. So if you have a band available to you, you can grab it. We're going to lock one hand through the loop onto your shoulder. Other hand goes to the bottom loop. We're trying to keep your wrist straight, and you're going to press down, keeping that elbow locked to the side seam of your shirt. We're going to go 12 here and then switch sides, 12 on the other side. Okay? So get started whenever you're ready. I just wanted to show another option in case someone has like a long style band. If you don't have a loop, you can always just hold the two pieces of it and pull. Again, check to make sure that wrist is trying to stay as straight as it can so you're not putting a lot of pressure on the tendons in your wrist. And you're focusing your attention on your tricep, so the back of your arm that's working. Good, and same deal, if you kind of are limited on what kind of band selection you have, even if you have a loop style band, like when I tried this one, it's not a lot of resistance. So a couple things you can do there. Once you finish 12 on one side, go to the other side. You can slow down. So push down hard, bring it up real slow. That will make it a little more challenging. The other thing you can do is choke up on your band a little bit. Give yourself a little less wiggle room here, and that might increase your resistance, giving you a little bit more effective work. Again, that's just if you don't have a variety of resistances available to you. Good. Keep that shoulder down away from the ear. Shoulders are relaxed. Tricep is the thing doing all that work for you. Good, and we're going straight down with it. Okay, good. All right, once you finish 12 and 12, we go back to our split squats. Yay! It's everybody's favorite, right? So grabbing your weight goblet style here, stepping back into it, getting that positioning right. Roll your shoulders back and down, core engaged. You're going to drop down and push through that front heel. It's almost like you're a carousel horse moving up and down. Good, and then just to show one more time, the other option would be down here on the ground in that hip lift. So we've got that 90-degree bend. We're putting pressure on the knee, lift and lower, nice and controlled. Good job. These are always a challenge. Whenever I'm sitting there thinking to myself, man, this sucks, right? This is hard. I kind of try to flip that and always be like, okay, if it's hard for a reason. It's hard because that's a place where I can get stronger. And every time I do it, Even though I may not love it, it's making me better. Good. Once you've finished your 12 and 12, we'll go for the band. Roll both shoulders down. Lock that hand in your shoulder. Keep the elbow in its spot. We're not going to let the elbow creep back behind our body. We're not going to let it creep up front. It's right there. Wrist is straight, knuckles down to the floor. And again, let it come up slow with control. Don't let it just snap back like that. We want to make sure we're in charge of the movement. Finish 12 on one side, then you switch, 12 on the other side. And again, kind of doing that scan from head to toe, lifting the head towards the ceiling, shoulders are down, like pinching the shoulder blades, elbow locked in. Good. Woo! Awesome. Okay, shake that out. We got one more round. Best round. We always save the best for last, right? All right, when you're ready, let's go back to those split squats. Knock them out. Hopefully these last two are very challenging. Good, and then we go in and knock out the other side. Almost there. Whew. Whew. All right, let's finish up these last 12. I'm going to start on my other side just for fun. Bring that hand straight down, going right next to your hip. And again, check to make sure that shoulder that you have the band locked into, the one that's working, isn't creeping up towards your ear. Keep it rolled back and down. And just think, we are halfway through once we finish these. Yay! Other side when you're finished. Get that nice squeeze. Almost there. Woo! Take a break, grab a drink. Good. Okay, rowing is next. So we've got 12 each side on this one. 3 different options for you on your row. First up will be an all fours row. You're going to bring your weights just underneath your shoulders. Knees are about hip distance. Keep those toes curled under. Flatten out your back. Slide your elbow on your torso. Bring the weight into your rib cage, switch sides. Right, so now if this bothers your wrist, you can always just hold one, plant it, plant your hand, grab the other weight, squeeze, and go up, okay? You can also do a bird dog. So we're gonna push that back leg as we slide that weight up, adding a little core component to this. And then the next level would be to take it up into a plank, and we row here, 1, 2. And again, you always have that option of planting the hand on the ground instead of holding the weight if that bothers your wrists or palms. Okay, so again, 12 each side, whichever option is working best for you today. And we want to get to rep 12 feeling like, yeah, well, yeah, there it is. I gotta set this down. I need a break. Eyes are just in front of the weights. Back is flat, core is strong. And you know, if you make a decision, you're like, I'm gonna go for these plank rows today. And you get through half of them and you're like, dang. You can always adjust, course correct, challenge yourself for a few of the reps maybe, and then go back to what you had been doing. Remember, this is an increase in reps, 12 versus 10. So that's also a little added challenge for you. Good. Okay, once we finish the row, we are doing lateral lunges. 10 each side. You can do these body weight or you can add weight. So I'll show you both ways. We're going to stick to one side for all the reps and then we'll switch and do the other leg. This is hard because I want you to see all of my body. Pretend like there's a piece of masking tape on the floor. You've got your toes lined up with the masking tape. You are going to step out with one leg to the side, stack the ankle, knee, and hip, keep the other leg perfectly straight, and both toes are still lined up on your imaginary piece of masking tape. From there, you push off the heel of the working leg to get yourself back to that start position, okay? So chest has to stay up, the butt is going back. If you want to add weight to this one, you can grab your dumbbells, and we'll let the dumbbells frame your knee, and then we push back, just like that. We got 10 on one side and then switch and do 10 on the other side, okay? So some common mistakes on this one, a lot of times people will let their non-working leg bend. We're trying to keep that leg straight. And then the other thing is don't let either toe rock up. Sometimes people want to rock that non-working leg toe up towards the ceiling. We're trying to keep it forward and parallel with the other foot. And you can really control the intensity on this one by how deep you sink into the lunge. We're trying to keep that chest up, but going back. Once you finish 10 one side, let's go to the other side. Same stuff applies. We're keeping those shoulders back, chest proud. Please get your heart rate up a little bit. And again, 10 on this one. So don't do extra. We've been like 12s. I mean, you can do extra. I shouldn't say don't do extra. You're feeling awesome, do some extra. Good. Okay, so that's our superset there. We're gonna go back to the rows. Grab a drink if you need it. Plank row, bird dog row, all fours row. Any of those are good options. Okay, I didn't disappear. I needed a refill of my water. That's what I get for drinking out of a juice glass. Nice, Megan. That looks awesome. And I can see flat backs from Terry and Tiffany looking good. Shoulders stay nice and level there. Woo! All right, so moving on when you're ready. Again, take your time. We're going 10 each side on the lateral lunge. Line those toes up, step out to the side. Chest stays up, butt goes back. Giving the arms, upper body a little break here. Good. And when you finish 10 on one side, we go to the other side. Drive that heel into the ground to get yourself back to the start position. Think about all that force and power that can come out of your lower body. Woo, looking good. All right, final round on these two. Last set of rows. Again, the best option. Shoulders back and down. You're ready to row it up. Elbows stay super close to the body. Nice. Head staying in line with the rest of you. So we're not going to let that head dip down towards the ground. And keep everything as level and steady as you can so we're not rotating through the shoulders. It is a pull from the back. Good. All right, one more set. Lateral lunges. Maybe think about starting on the opposite leg than you did before, just for fun. Ready? Here we go. Sometimes on this last round, I like to count backwards because it makes me feel good that the number is getting smaller. Good. Once you finish that side, one more to go. 10, 9. It's like a rocket launch. 8. Doesn't need to be a super huge step out. I got 2 left. Woo, yes. Good job. Oh my goodness, and just like that, we have one more superset to go. We're gonna do a plank, and we're gonna do front kick to side kick. So I'm gonna be timing you through these. Both are gonna be 30 seconds. Plank, we again have options. So I'm gonna have you start on the ground, belly down. First up, option, elbows under the shoulders, forearms parallel. Lift up into it and just hang out here for 30. You can drop the knees and hang out here. If you want a challenge today, you can pick it up and you can reach out, out, out. If you're doing that though, make sure you can do it without those hips rocking side to side. You want to keep everything super strong. All right, so 30 seconds there. Let's get ready. We're working in 3, 2, 1, go. So you have an imaginary line drawn with a marker between your lowest rib and your hip. See if you can do anything to your body to make that line small. You're halfway. You're pulling your belly button back, away from the waistband of your pants, away from the floor. Eyes are just in front of the fingertips. Squeeze your quads. 3, 2, 1, rest. Good. Whoa, my stomach just grumbled really loud. Okay, front kick to side kick. We're going to do 30 seconds on each side. So for the front kick, it's pretty self-explanatory actually. We are going to get our support on that bent leg, push the heel forward, and then side kick, you're going to lean over to the side. So we go to the front and to the side. And you don't have to go super high. My hamstring doesn't like going super high on that one. So just either think of an imaginary opponent going for the knees or maybe going for the waist area. Okay, ready, set, go. So we're going to kick to the front and then to the side and then to the front and the side. If you feel awesome today and you want a little challenge, you can do it without setting your toe down in between. Good, you got less than 10. You might need to set that toe down in between, that's okay. 3, 2, 1, and let's switch side right into the other leg. Here we go. Go, other side. You might have one side that's better than the other. For sure, I do. I think my balance was better on the other side, but I can kick better on this one. Ah! Don't fall over. Okay, 10 seconds. And if you're like super rock star, you can go fast. Boom, boom, boom. Just make sure you're staying safe and rest. Yay. Done with that round. 2 to go. We're gonna go back to the plank. Grab a quick drink. All right, elbows under the shoulders. Let's set it up. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. And again, keep those eyes just right around the fingertips, just in front of the fingertips. You're pushing back into the balls of your feet. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your quads, zip your thighs together. Shorten that distance from rib to hip, you're halfway. Push your shoulders down away from your ears. And you're breathing. Final 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. All right. Come on up to your feet. I'm going to start with the side I just finished on, just to change it up, and we're going 30 seconds each side. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. We're going front kick, side kick. Again, and tapping that toe down each time if you need to. That's all right. Or maybe your thing is you want to get a big range of motion. You want to really get into that side kick and kick high, so you might need to tap the toe down. That's okay. Or maybe you're focusing on balance today, so you're trying not to tap the toe down. Clearly, I fell. Okay, we got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and let's go right into the other side. Go. Front kick, side kick. I'm a fierce competitor here on this side. Totally kick somebody right in the shins. Halfway. Good job. Final 5. Core is tight. 3, 2, 1. Yay. Okay, one more time. We're going to come down to the ground for our plank. Ready? Here we go. Elbows under the shoulders. Lift up in 3, 2, 1. Go. All right, so do that little scan for yourself here, head to toe. Think about all the things. Helps pass the time, really. Yeah, 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. One more minute of effort on this one. So pick your favorite leg. Front kick, side kick in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Boom. So hopefully you can feel it in your core as you lift up, feeling a hip flexor a little bit on that leg that's working. We've got 10 seconds. Three, two, one. Let's go to the other side and go. This is it. Grand finale right here. You look cool when you do it. We got 10 seconds just under. Like I look like a newborn giraffe. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good, yay! Okay, let's come on down to the ground. We're gonna stretch it out. We'll start with that figure 4 stretch. Crossing your right leg over the left. You can either lay back for this one or you can stay seated. We're gonna grab that hamstring. Pull the knee in towards you. Feel that nice stretch in the outer hips. If you want to stay seated on this one, it would look like this. Oh, good. I hope that you feel good. It's so awesome to get it done early. Switch sides here. And we'll do that seated twist. So if you extend your right leg to your left over top, we're going to hook that right arm around. Sit up nice and tall, twist, look over the shoulder. Give me a few deep breaths right here. Get yourself mentally prepared for the day ahead. And let's switch on this one. And hooking the left arm over the right knee, sit up tall, twist and rotate. Look over the shoulder, get the neck in on the action. Good. So from here, if you want, you can sit comfortably. We're going to crisscross the palms in front of us, tuck the chin, roll the shoulders down, and put gentle pressure between your palms. Give one arm across the body, give a little hug either above or below that elbow joint, stretch out the shoulder. And let's go to the other side. Good. Take your hands behind you. You can either interlace and press down, or sometimes it feels good to plant your hands on the ground, fingertips away, and just kind of open up the chest and look up. Take a big deep breath in. Good. We'll come up to standing and stretch out the hamstrings one more time. Flat back stretch. So hinging just like you did in those deadlifts. Back is flat, hands to the shins. Try to find as much space between the top of your head and your tailbone as you can. can let that go. Awesome. Way to work hard today. Hopefully you feel good. Have a happy Wednesday. See you guys.
Thanks. See ya.
Yeah, have a good one.
You too.